Dannels. Sheriff, good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the Bottom Line. What do you make of what Kevin McCarthy just said there, trying to bring attention to the southern border with other members of Congress where the president hasn't been willing to actually engage the issue on the southern border?
Well, good afternoon, Sean and Dagan. Thanks for having me. And it's nice, it's refreshing to see the Speaker of the House and his freshman congregation, to include our own representative, Juan Ciscomani, come to our border, have a community roundtable with mayors from Sierra Vista, Douglas, our partners from the Board of Supervisors, all of us to sit in a room and talk about reality and not talk about politics. This was well attended, it was well received, and be able to share some time with the Speaker and the freshman congressman, I'm very impressed.
Talk more, Sheriff, about that. And Kevin McCarthy heard this from you, did he not? The number one employer in your community is the cartel?
Yes, and Dagan, we had 1,500 U.S. citizens arrested and put in my jail last year in 2022 for border-related crimes all the way up to murder. These are people, majority are not from my county, that are coming from all over the United States from ages 13 to 72 years old, that are coming here to commit international crime with the criminal cartels. When you have 1,500 people, and then there are 78 foreign-born that were participating in this crime, that tells you that is a career for the cartels. And these people they're disposable to the cartels, but they're committing crimes in my county on behalf of an open border.
You know, maybe this is the Joe Biden economic plan, growing jobs in Texas with the cartel. I got to tell you what, Sheriff, I'm shocked because I still think of the cartels being in Mexico, and yeah, they're running drugs up here and they're running people up here making money, but you're saying, listen, the cartels are not in Mexico, the cartels are in Texas, the cartels are in America.
The cartels are all over. They're saturating our country. You have the nucleus in Mexico promoting drugs, exploiting human beings through modern day slavery, trafficking young girls and boys. I mean, we're allowing this by not securing our border, but not enforcing the rule of law. And worst is, I call it intellectual avoidance and abandonment for intended consequences. And I blame that on this administration. And I'll be honest with you, U.S. Congress has to get up and enforce the rule of law. Otherwise, communities like myself and throughout the United States are a negative impact to this.
Sheriff, before we go, the White House called what Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker, did today a publicity stunt. What do you say to that?
Well, I've been here. Here's a man, a leader of our country, voted by his congressional colleagues to lead the House of Representation. He came down here today, again, to represent the people of this country, my community that's been on a negative, slippery slope for the last 24 months plus, to engage with us. You can call it politics, you can call it whatever you want. The bottom line, I'd invite any congressman, congressional person to come see the reality of the border, not based on politics, but based on what we're dealing with every day.
Sheriff Mark Dannels, well said, and thank you for joining us on the Bottom Line. Keep up the good work. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both. Take care.